Good morning, and welcome to It Came Out of the Refrigerator. I am your narrator, Awaken 314, wishing you a bright and beautiful day no matter what the weather is. We've been talking about emotional armor all week. Today's our last episode of Emotional Armor. Tomorrow will be our transition series, and then we'll go into our new series next week. One of the questions that came up on the side from some people I know is they know about being at work and doing other things, but what are some of the practical applications of being able to use your emotional intelligence to modulate your armor, right? To change your perception, not just to change your perception, but to change the perception of the people around you. Most recently, I got stuck in Chicago for overnight because after the tornado hit Chicago and they diverted us to Indianapolis, after we got gas in Indianapolis and made it back to Chicago, our plane was gone. And not only were our plane gone, a bunch of planes were gone, and they canceled some additional flights. So there was about 400 or 500 of us stuck that night, and our options was very limited. It was 9 o'clock at night. Um, There was a 2 hour waiting line to get to the head of customer service. If you could get to customer service and get the food voucher and the hotel voucher, it would have been 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. A lot of the flights that they were trying to put us on were leaving at 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And it was an hour wait to get your luggage out of, from baggage claim. So you're looking at 1 o'clock in the morning, you finally get your luggage, you take the little shuttle or Uber to your hotel, you check in, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you take a shower, lay down, and at 5 o'clock or even less, you're on your way back to the airport. That's not where I needed my armor the most, and that's not where I needed to change my perception and my personality. One of the things that happened when I was in that line is I just started talking to people, hopefully making them laugh a little bit, making them feel better. And we started talking to each other. And after we started talking to each other, beautiful things happened, right? It's a stressful situation. You could easily get angry or tired or mad. But if you modulate how you feel and your perception and change the perceptions around each other, one of the lady told us how what's the best place to sleep at the airport, right? You would never think this was a needed thing, but after they gave me that cot that just kept popping and was raggedy, um, knowing where the best place to sleep in the airport helps because they told you whether there's certain couches or some other chairs that didn't have armrest, where if you had a blanket and a pillow, you could lay all the way down instead of trying to sleep awkwardly in a chair with armrest. Based on that information, we found out what restaurants open up first. Not at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but we found out there's a McDonald's and one other place that open up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so you can get a hot cup of coffee and maybe something to eat with that food voucher you have. Just learning different bits of information. The best way to change your flight is not to send in a customer service line. The best way to change your flight for us would have been to either use the kiosk up front or call customer service on the phone. Yeah, it was a little bit of a wait, but A, you're not staying and standing in line, and B, they had more flexibility of not having angry customers in their face. And you weren't standing up for hours. So if you can change your personality, if you can engage better, if you can do certain things when it's stressful and change not only your perception of where you are and what you're dealing with, but the people around you, you can get a lot more helpful information. You can make the people around you feel better. And based on that, you can create an environment that is more helpful and productive. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to tell you not to be stressed or angry or anything. But when you get to a certain place and you're talking to people and dealing with people, your emotions can boil over and you could just be rude. Instead, if you can change the scenario and change the perception and change the environment, I got more information out of that hour of just talking to people and being nice and changing our perception than I did from any employee at United Airlines. So, with that being said, there's a reason you should learn how to modulate yourself and change your perception. There's a reason you take your armor with you, not just to work or not just to a hospital because it's a bad situation or not to a stressful negotiation. You may need it just to make sure you can get home that night safely. And changing your perception can help you do that. With that being said, please be safe. Please be blessed. Before I go, today's snack is a cookie stack. You have a chocolate chip, a sugar cookie, and an oatmeal raisin. Yeah. Ooh, delicious. And as always, all are welcome here. Thank you so much.